Hello, this is Andrea and Daniel. This week, instead of a travel video, we have a video on the extensive remodeling job we did on our van. Before, the refrigerator was all the way in the back. We had two narrow beds, and the kitchen was behind the driver's seat. This is the after video. And so in this video, you will see how we put this all together. This is the entrance. And our setup with the Bluetti power source, the toilet, which will be covered as another seat, the refrigerator, the little homemade cabinet, under drawer storage, and a queen short bed. The old wall coverings were taken down. This is right down to the pink insulation and the start of putting up the pine boards. The vinyl flooring was removed during this entire process and then placed back in after being thoroughly cleaned. So this is a platform that rests on these. So the platform will rest on this just to elevate it, because you can see the heat registers here. This was a handicapped accessible van, so there's always heat out of the bottom. And so we don't want the refrigerator sitting right onto the floor.
Also, it makes it so I got something to tie the refrigerator down to the platform that we all anchored to, because we don't want it free flowing in here.
Yeah, everything's anchored down. A handicapped accessible van has to have those.
These are anchors for the floor, so they can put
tie downs
for their
wheelchairs. Yeah.
Basically the straps.
So here you can see the pine tongue and groove in place. So all the trim work has to be done. You can see that's just a rough cut. Everything in this van is angled differently. It's not a straight sided van. Then on this side, we still have the top board to do. And on the top board, we decided to run it all along the top here. So we exchanged an 8-foot for a 12-foot. I mentioned the finishing touches now, and so he put this end cap onto the cabinet, but he has to fill all this in now with odd pieces of pine board. And then this is the 12-inch wide board. He's cut off one end, and this will be the headboard to the bed, just so our pillows don't fall off the end of the bed. He did make a curve here to round this off. This entire, all the edges can be, finished off. The headboard, he has the edge all beveled, so that's ready. He sanded it once already, so this is ready for stain. I have to wipe it down real good. The sun is beating down so much in the morning hours that today, for the first time, he decided to put this tarp up, and he said that's helped a lot. So here we are. We'll show you what's new so far since the last time. Okay, so we put the bed frame in here, but what we've done now is he's cut out this trim board right here, notched it out around that fabric. So that is on top of all the pine boards. And you're finishing the
Just the last of the trim.
You're finishing the back corner here.
Yep.
So we'll see this side. He covered that with pieces of pine. And this side, none of the pine pieces fit right, so he made a panel out of Yeah.
I'm almost done. I got one more screw to put in here, and I think it's pretty much set.
And what else have you been working on?
I got
the next
new
thing.
braces to the corners to the bed.
Oh, you cut out. Okay, he had to cut out more of the gray plastic here in order for that bed frame
It goes all the way to the walls.
to, because you moved the wood over then. Otherwise, it just wasn't connecting right. And now you've got that so the headboard attaches to the wood in the back corner.
Yeah,
And
both the 2x4s will be pretty much solid against the back of it.
Somehow Daniel figures it out.
It takes a lot of putting it together and taking it apart and looking at it, seeing how it works. But it's almost to the end. Once I get this, I got the braces in on both sides. That was the biggest thing this morning. Cutting the plastic back so I could get those in the right locations. And from there, it's just trying to fit the headboard in. Once I got the headboard squared, then I can attach the frame to the headboard.
Now we made sure that this storage container fits under here.
I'll have to do some adjustments to the legs set up here. Until I got the headboard attached, I don't know where the legs really set. So.
Yeah, this might not be here. That's not situated yet. And that's pretty much, once the bed is in, the table he created for right here is all ready to go in. He has to support it on the step here. And then it just comes a little ways out here. And then of course putting in the refrigerator. Okay, so then that's but yeah, it's getting to the end. I think the biggest part that we never showed in this video was all the work he did with wiring. That was an unbelievable task to start with. I mean, you eliminated a lot of wires.
I took a lot of wires out of here. But just getting the fuse box all set up and the one pin.
So, oh yeah, let's see. So now this controls all the lights in the...
So all this here, it's a new. This is a fuse box I had, but I got it all wired properly, all the grounds there, and this turns on the either the Blue Eddy or the one house battery that I have in here. And the house battery I have is down located underneath
this box.
Underneath that box there, and then there's some of the wiring down here from the front and all the battery doctor there that charges that house battery up. And then in the front, behind the fan, if you go up there and move the fan, you can see the Blue Eddy charger unit, and with the Blue Eddy all the way to the Blue Eddy.
Oh, that's where he put the...
Yeah, that's the charging unit for the Blue Eddy.
So that's behind the driver's seat.
That works out perfect. Everything's checked out. It all works.
Well, the green light is on. It's connected
It's
to...
connected to the battery, the house battery.
Oh, okay.
Not the house battery, but the car battery.
Okay. So this is the headboard, and as you can see, he has a lot of underbed storage here. This drawer pulls out. He can put his toolbox back here and all kinds of little things. We did put the mattress in place. I was going to try to show you how we put these slats on. Now this is just an old regular metal bed frame. I think you can see under here just a metal, and there's the how we put the slats. And then he attached the headboard to a wood piece on both sides here. Which I think you can see here. There it's attached to the wood. So the bed is secured. Now he's working on this table, the stand that he made, and I'll come around here. because now it's literally just putting the last few things in place. Okay, there's a view of the inside of the van with the bed. That's the platform for the refrigerator. This is his stand he made. It does have a water pump. He has an outlet right here. That outlet's connected to the Blue Eddy.
Either the Blue Eddy or 110.
That seems to fit okay.
Yeah, if I have to come over just a little bit.
He's extending the platform. Should have been a little
It would have been an inch and a half
longer.
longer. But that'll be it.
This top raises up. So he had to move the faucet over a little. That's why now there's an extra hole in the top. But, okay. But we plan on having the induction burner here in the morning to heat up our water for coffee. We can, anytime we want, set a bowl under here. And this is all flexible. We're going to set a bowl under there for when we need to wash our hands. Dishes can be done
Plus now you
outside.
can turn it outside, back and forth.
Oh, do that.
On the other side you got that drop down. I got it.
Oh, do that again. It wasn't showing right. Yeah, that's all. Turns around, flexible, whatever.
Plus you have a
and-
holder.
So this is situated into the wheel well. So it really doesn't take any floor space here. And
It's secure now.
I sit fine there. A lot of foot room. And then you can see the storage container underneath.
There's two.
They pull out no problems. So nothing's in the way. Above the door, we always had this shelf up here for spices, vitamins or whatever. And then there's a space there, a little heater fits in there. Right, that's our little heater.
Yeah, it's just storage right now.
Then there's room for clothes, and I've always used that side. That's plenty of room for clothes. We can put hooks around the hook. There was a hook over here at the entrance for a coat. And we have storage up above the cab, so you get an overview here of what it looks like. Okay, so he moved the faucet down, so had this hole here. Well, then he decided he'll just put a switch here to turn the pump on. Well, the first switch you put in, what, just didn't work?
Didn't work.
Didn't work at all?
Nope.
But luckily you had another one
I
available.
have three switches altogether, so I got another one. So it all works
Can
now.
I turn it on?
Well, no, there's no water in here, so it's going to work the pump.
Oh yeah, okay.
I can hear
So
the noise.
it's
It works.
it's handy. Otherwise we were thinking of putting it
Yeah, see, I got
up on the wall
a nice
here.
wire here now, going in there.
Oh yeah. Oh, the wiring to the pump.
Yep, that's wiring to the pump. And I had to redo some underneath too.
Oh, you did?
Well, just because the lights are right. I can open it up. That's what I'm going to do. That's like I designed it so I could no problem looking at stuff.
Okay, so
Here I had to just kind of wire it up so it can go down in that tube there, not pinch it. But that's it. So it works out really good. And this just has to make sure we get in there.
and this chain you said you don't need.
I don't need. I got to take that chain off and got to put that down on here.
Because it stops here. It stops
Well,
here
I can't go
anyway,
up
so
any further than that. Yeah.
he at first thought he needed that chain to stop it. Okay, and then an outside table will be going.
I got the
oh, you-
table. I'm gonna take
you're
that
using-
chain off and then put that on here somehow. So
This is the
food.
I think you're thinking when this opens up and you have the chain on there, then
I
that
just
we
have
can use as a little tabletop from the outside.
on the outside.
Okay, and the three things on the platform, see how he extended? He needed to extend the platform for the Blue Eddy because we need some space between the toilet and the refrigerator.
Yeah, because I had to test it out, and it works out really well now.
But see how the trim work holds those things in place. The toilet has its own bracket to hold that steady and in place. And see, when we used to cook here, there was a glass underneath the cabinets.
Tempered glass under the cabinet, but we removed that because we're not cooking there anymore.
It's not necessary. I think when Daniel created this, he ran out of this material, and so then what was on this side covering the insulated window didn't match. Oh my gosh. Well, anyways, you'll have to fix that. So it didn't match, and now he because of the remodeling up front, he has more of this material, so then they'll both be the same. You have individual pieces like that?
Yeah, I gotta put them. There's one, and I think look topping that side over there. There's like 4 different pieces.
Because it curves,
Yeah.
so that's why it can't be one whole piece. I see here, there's one piece here, then a bigger piece, and then you actually had to tape that one.
Yeah, you're gonna have to tape it.
2 pieces of metal art. The original sticky strip is gone, so I'm using Velcro. And they used to hang on the wall over here at an angle because it's an angled down wall. They had to tilt down like this. So I don't want to put it on the new pine. So I'm thinking because this is recessed anyway, I can place them here, and rather than do one on each, I'll put them both here and here. So I'll cut strips of Velcro, which is this, and see how that looks right there. Eventually I can add a couple more here if I want. When we wash our hands, we'll have a hand towel here, a kitchen towel. I have my metal basket up. And a double hook over there for the head of the bed.
Hello.
Hi there. We just wanted to talk to you about our van remodeling. Seems
Fourth.
yeah,
time.
that's what I kind of thought, and
So,
we kind of wonder now, why did we make the change?
yeah, we just decided that after experiencing the van and how we could use it to make it a little bit more comfortable, we put a full-size queen in the back here. Basically, it's a short queen from the camper, and everything's up in the front now. Before we had everything, the refrigerator and the bathroom in the back, and then the kitchen area up in the front. Now everything's in the same area, so it's a lot easier to work with.
Yeah, I
Yes,
think
yes.
it got to the point where our beds were becoming too uncomfortable. I was on a 27-inch wide. You were
They're both 24 inches wide. That's all.
24?
Yeah, a little bit of elbow room on your
Now
side.
he actually put a board that flipped out that gave him just a few more inches in width.
'Cause my bed was right up against the wall.
And I had a little leeway
And you
against
had
the
a little-
wall, but
Over here.
I think the mattress itself to me wasn't comfortable, and when we slept in the camping trailer, that mattress, I think we found it was just so comfortable that we moved it over to here.
Like we're sitting on it right now, and during the times when we had to work inside and eat inside, say it was too buggy out or it was raining outside, it was not very comfortable inside. The
And-
bed was kind of high and everything was just
it wasn't comfortable to sit on as a sofa. And the other thing I noticed, with the cooler in the back, we always had to go down the little narrow hallway. It was dark in the back. We needed a light to even see in the cooler. We had to prop the door open to keep it from falling down on us as we're trying to get things out of it. It wasn't in a convenient spot. And now everything is right here where we need it, you know, to do our morning coffee and breakfast, and yet we still have this area to sit on. And the toilet, of course, I'm having that seamstress make a cover for it, and that will have a padded cover. We don't use it all day anyways, and it'll be an extra seat. Now eventually we could get this passenger seat to turn,
to rotate.
And the other thing is, we took a lot of weight out of this van. We're figuring a minimum of 900 and some pounds out of here by removing those big heavy dressers from under our bed.
Yeah,
even though we put pine,
this pine was actually light compared
pine
to what
up,
we had
it did not, we were able to weigh the van. So we know exactly what was, how much weight was taken out of it. But I think it was getting to the point where we knew we wouldn't be taking a month trip in this van. If we're just keeping local and going for a few days here and there, this is perfect. Now, the thing that we would love to do yet is get an AC unit in the ceiling, maybe even in place of this fan. We'll just keep our eye out for something that would work in here. So that's about it. I think we've showed you everything. We brought out our induction stove now. So here's the setup for the induction stove that we will be using. It's a 1 burner. We have dish pans. Here is our little water container.
That's for a fresh water container.
With the spigot for drinking, and then
just a small cabinet in here to store the water tank. Oh, yeah.
And then for hand washing and dishwashing.
And then the storage for the wash.
Storage on the bottom for the dish pans. Oh, I painted this board up here above the doorway. What else? Oh, we hung this. My little metal arch on the cabinet door. We have hung all the hooks. That's for a hand towel and a dish towel. This is our little shelf for little things. We've hung hook there, double hook there. We have hooks and a little metal basket back there. He hung a little fan above the bed.
You get a little fan above the bed here, yeah. Turn it on. And back here, I make a nice big bed. We got.
Oh yeah, there's lights all over. Reading lamps.
Lamps back here.
And behind his head here, there is a screen.
We made this screen when we first got the van, but because we used the back area for our bathroom and stuff, it was just kind of in the way. Now it fits here perfect.
So at least we can open up the back doors and let the air just flow through here nicely.
Oh, this is so comfortable. All right.
So, okay. I think, is that all, Daniel?
Yeah, that's basically it.
I think we've showed you everything else. I mean, we do have the storage containers down below here. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the little remodeling job on this van. And I'm sure this will be the last time we make a change.
Could be. I don't think there's any other changes we can make.
Thank you.